Good evening, by the way. Seems I'm streaming live. Almost ready to start. Just putting away my keyboard. And, right, put away my keyboard, but first I need to save the file. And good evening. First it's gonna be 801. Which is ironic, considering this is 401 that I used as a base. Okay, let's see if I can move this around a bit. I'll just do this circle. Okay. First some sketching. And then I'll give the weekly update. I got a big bottle of water. And I'm gonna start with hydrating. And there's my drawing pencil. That's a bit big. This needs to be better. And back to the sketch layer. First of all, save. And welcome back. And like I said, I will give the weekly update after the sketch. And if that person who turned me down reads this, feels a bit offended, like I wanted to, but I couldn't help you anyway, well, you turned away someone in a on a super hot day and redirected them to a website that didn't work. So tough luck. Everything is anonymous, so it's not like people will know. So I will soon tell what this is about. How about I do it like this? It's probably a bit sketchy for me now, so let's clean up slightly. Okay, what this is about? I had to send a parcel that's larger than usual. So shipping is very expensive. So I found the cheapest way to ship it and still a reliable service. So I brought it to the office that ships it. It's not the postal office, just another center that's shipping. And when I was there, I was like, sure, I can ship it. Where's your shipping label? I was like, according to the website, there you could do that over here. Yeah, but we don't have a printer. Okay. No, first of all, they said we can't do it. And I was like, okay, well, there's Wi-Fi here, so I can go online and create a shipping label then. Yeah, but you need to print it. Do you have a printer along as well? Who in their right mind has a printer in their backpack? Technically, I could, by the way, but then just miniature size. And so I was like, okay, so I need to go to print. Yeah, you can go to the public library. Yeah, but I'm not a member there, so I would need to take a membership just to print something. Yeah, well, we can't help you here. You have to go to somewhere else to print it without a shipping label. We can't accept it. Well, on their website, it didn't say that. So I walked back to my office. It was immensely hot, by the way. So I returned and went online, went to the website. Sorry, we're having an error at the moment. We can't create any shipping labels. We'll see you later. And I was like, I'm about to toss this parcel through the window outside. And I was like, oh. Well, there was another option which was a bit more expensive. Let's go that way. So I first go to that place again through the smoldering heat. And I get there and I'm like, please tell me you can ship this because I know it's within the limits for that shipment, the freight. Sure. We can look at it. Oh well, this is way too big. Last time we shipped something this big, the delivery driver who does the pickup scolded us because it was too big. Also, hydrate. So I'm sorry, we can ship it. You need to go to a real post office. And I was like, we don't have a real post office in my town anymore. So I was like, does the other store that has a shop in shop has the post office functionality? Oh, I'm not really sure and I don't want to send you there for nothing. So and I must have looked completely hopeless and down and defeated because they were like, you know what? We're just gonna do it. Let's see if we can create a shipping label. So tappity tappity tap on the keys. Yep, we can create a shipping label. Here, that package. Okay, it's within the weight limit. It's within the size limit. This is the price. And I was like, okay, that's the same price I saw online, so I'm okay with it. And then they took the parcel and were like, we're going to put it in the back of the cart so he just won't see it. And if he complains, then we'll just pretend we forgot or that we're dumb or anything like that. But it's not your fault anymore. If anything happens, you paid. It's within the limits. So if we did wrong, we'll just take the blame. And I was honestly about to cry because of the kindness of the wonderful help these people offered me. This wasn't like, well, can't help you, goodbye. This was, you know what? We're just gonna do it. We're gonna help you. And that was so amazing. And also, plot twist, turned out that one of the employees who helped me out, my guardian angel, my savior, was one of my old students. Didn't recognize her at first, and I was like, wait, I know you. I've seen you before. So I was like, I do know their mother, so I was like, I'm gonna contact them. Hey, is this and that working over there? Yes. Well, you raised her well. She's my guardian angel. She's my savior. She helped me so much. She did great. So hence why this penny comic is about these two girls who may or may have not broken rules just to help a client who was completely overheated in the smoldering heat. And I don't know if my old student helped me because I was her old teacher, because technically she did not make the decision, but a co-worker did. But she was wonderful. They both were wonderful. And that other lady, she was just doing her job. She can't help it. But seriously, she could have made some kind of effort. Or tell me that the site was down, so I couldn't make a shipping label and wouldn't have gone through the heat twice. So in total, I went to the office, from the office to the service point, from the service point back to the office, and from the office to the postal office. And it is, by the way, quite ironic because the shipping label says it has been delivered in the letterbox. Which is fine, by the way, but that thing is 1 meter 20. That doesn't go in a letterbox. It might have gone height-wise, by the way. Could have been, but I doubt it. And then you can just slide it for the end. But I looked in Google Maps, and it was a miniature flat. So, but customer hasn't contacted us, hasn't complained us. I saved all the data that it's proof that it has been wrong size, that it has been delivered. So if anything goes wrong, I can just state that. But I doubt it. I wrapped it quite well. Couldn't add the extras. Let's pretend this lady isn't that cruel and mean. Because she wasn't. She was just obeying all procedures. But seriously, it was so immensely hot the past few days, especially the weekend. There we go, that's a nice one. Okay, that's a weird mouth. First, of course, Saturday with the shipping debacle. And Sunday I had to go to Sluizenloop, which is a run in in my town. And it was 32 degrees. And my love was going to run 10 kilometers. They finished running, but they did tell me that they had to start walking halfway because it was just too darn hot, smoldering hot, running in the heat. Luckily, he had a training gear where you can take along bottles easily. So he had his own water supply, wasn't dependent on anyone else. And of course, at the finish line, I was there with all my supplies, and I always overpack. I mean, I had a little ventilator with me that can run on power banks. So, and of course, when you come home, you're already overheated, tired, exhausted. And I had to get out to bring something to a family member. And when I got there, I know they weren't at home, by the way. So I waited a little bit to cool off, of course, because their place was nicely cool. Looked for the fishies, and I was like, well, they're not going to be home anytime soon. I'll just go. So again, through heat, smoldering hot, back home. Got home, got a message, hi, we're home. And I was like, oh, I should have waited 5 more minutes. Then I could have said hi in person. And to me that was kind of important, but hey, at least I'm here. And they are there and everyone is happy. This doesn't make any sense. This needs to be a bit further away. Well, this run started on after 3 o'clock. So it was the hottest moment of the day. We all have our opinions about that, but I don't want to be as negative as last week, so I'm gonna be all nice and positive and happy. So, update. Finished 5 miniature books for sale at the Doll Fair. But the glue hadn't dried enough, so that's why I couldn't take pictures yet. Dry should be dry. The glue should be dry by now, so I'm expecting to take pictures Saturday and otherwise Sunday. And then I have the first 5 done, and then I need to cut more supplies. Scanning was a bit behind because for those who don't know, I always buy pattern paper, and then I scan that paper and I use that in my art. It's never just that paper, that pattern. I usually add something to it, or change something like colors, or add extra textures. The only I sometimes do use it as it is if I really like it, but then it's usually a quick image. I have found this paper that is very adorable, tiny little pandas with a blue and a yellow background. So I use that for some address of a quick image, for example. So I currently have a few new Christmas papers, and to random. I don't really get much Christmas papers because I don't really do a lot of Christmas drawings. But one had 8-bit designs, like those computer designs. So I was like, yeah, I like those. Is this hand a bit too big? This hand is way too big. I have a thing with proportions aren't going that great today. That's probably because it's very hot up here and I'm tired. Per usual, by the way. Already know the cause, by the way, so don't worry. Editing. In the weekend I didn't edit at all. It was just too hot. I was overheated and I couldn't focus. I was slurring, heat stroke, all that jazz. So I took it easy and I did 3 episodes today instead of the usual 2. Let's see. And I'm in the last part anyway. My books are always, at least this series is cut in 3 chapters with each 25 episodes. And I believe I have about 22 episodes left. And then the character glossary, which is the extras. There's nothing else special to tell about this book anyway. So by the looks of this, I probably will be able to send it back to the editor at the end of next week for the final check. My editor found a lot of mistakes that my automatic spell check just didn't get. And I found a few other errors as well. Also, these guardians angels that helped me, these wonderful, wonderful women, they complimented me on my keychain. And my keychain is the keychain I made of Penny. So I told them to keep an eye open for the Penny comic of this week. I also said, unless something extremely important is happening in between. I know the earthquakes in Morocco are very important, but they're not about Nieuwegein that much. At least not yet. I haven't met anyone who had some losses, and I'm very happy that they've been spared that. I have a few people who are about to go to Morocco or just returned. I'm very glad they were safe, and of course what happened over there is just terrible. We just had Turkey, Syria, I believe. No, it was Syria, and it was the other country that the huge earthquake. Well, you probably all know which one. I mean, the huge earthquakes in Arabia and now Morocco as well. It's just and not all buildings over there are up to code. Let's just say it like that, which means a lot of people lost their lives while it shouldn't have happened. This was a preventive. These were preventable things, but that's not about Nieuwegein, so that's why I can't include. You have 9/11, also horrible what happened. I still remember where I was. I was at home chatting on MSN. For those who don't know what MSN is, it was a chatting service, kind of like Skype, Teams, WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever you want to call it. AOL, for those who are ancient like me. Didn't really have an active AOL account, I think. Not sure if I had AOL. Yes, I had AOL because I had one friend who only used it. And I just listened to every news report as if it would change. And I was home alone at that moment. And each time there was an update, I was listening as if I wanted to make sure it happened. I couldn't believe it, and I still can't believe it, that someone would do such a thing. But again, that's not about Nieuwegein, so I can't add that. So what happened in Nieuwegein? Well, there was a news article today. There was a stabbing incident in our hospital, and 2 people were injured. And when that was over, someone got so upset, apparently, they got a heart attack and died. So yeah, that's not something you want to make a joke out of. So that's why I'm not including that as well. I want to make it a bit lighthearted. There's more than enough drama in the world. Mhm. Let's turn off the sound because I hate it when that thing goes buzzing in my ear. And what else? Well, I did some more sketching for my 3D printing project. I have a theory which might improve on the art, so I'm gonna try that after this, and then I'll see how tired and overheated I am, if I will continue or do a new one or just call it a day. Why do I keep on putting my water in front of my preview screen? Are we hydrating enough? Are we drinking? And you know, if you want me to talk about something specifically, feel free to ask me things. I mean, if I would just be drawing, you could just mute it all and put on your own music. Mm-hmm. What else? Did some pre-orders for comics. We received the Game Over, the new one. I have to admit, this copy of Game Over is one of my lesser favorites. Because it was quite gory. There wasn't much creative dying. It was just guts everywhere. So, nah, not my favorite episode of comic of this series. It was enjoyable. I mean, it's all about at the end of the comic, the hero dies or the princess, and it was very creative again. Mm. As per usual, I won't repeat your mention because of privacy reasons, but I wish you well, and I hope it will go well, and the news will be well, and everything will be well. Hmm. Ah, I'm glad it's like that. Again, I'm not gonna say too much because of privacy reasons. There are just some things that shouldn't be mentioned forever on the internet. Mm. Well, I hope it will stay away then. And oh, pictures of something you visited. Okay. I was like, what will you go visit tomorrow? No. Pictures? Oh, right now I get it. See, this is what the heat is doing to me. I just don't understand the basic thing. Just made a selection of pictures of a certain studio I visited. Of a certain studio visit, and I will post tomorrow. But this is what overheating does to me. I start slurring. You can't really understand me that well. I can't even understand myself. My thought pattern goes very wild and absolutely slow. So let's hydrate. Drink, drink. This is my third bottle of the day, and it's 750 milliliters. I usually drink about 1.5 a day, even on hot days. But today I'm drinking. I'm drinking like crazy. But yeah, the things I'm currently doing, I'm slowly preparing for um, Doll Fair. I have the young adult festival in the Library of Amsterdam coming up. And they asked me if I could create some signage, and I was like, I don't have time for it. But I managed to do something, and of course, you know what happens when you rush things? You forget to press save. And do you know what happens if you forget to press save and the program crashes? You lose everything. Hello, chatbot. Let's immediately ban you. Wait, how does it go again? Has been a while since I did that. Reports, spam, scams or bots. And well, it's both spam. This is me slurring. Spam and scam. I'll just do bots. There we go. And block. Yep, we smite not the wicked, but the botted. Not all bots, by the way. I mean, there are bots that are handy. And I follow a bot on Twitter. It's a bot that pretends to be a tree, so it says how much water the tree used. And if they shrunk, or that they grew. Those are the good bots. By the way, concerning AI, my stance is quite clear that AI should only be used for inspiration. And I found someone who used AI to mimic a YouTuber's voice, and he lets that YouTuber sing then. That YouTuber knows about this, and people said like, you should give that YouTuber the license to use this voice. And I was like, well, it's his own voice, so I'm not gonna license his. And that was quite fun. You know, it's AI. It wasn't perfect either, and it was in good fun. Then IA is fine, but when you use it to replace people, to cut on wages to make it cheaper. I mean, I'm a one-woman show with my visual novel. I could use AI to create backgrounds and to let's see. Not only I could use it to create music. I could use it to do voices. I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I want it to be as authentic as possible, and if I can't do it, I just won't do it. I have someone who generously offers to do music. Same person who also donated the art of the hand, because it was just an amazing hand. So AI can help, but it should never replace. And of course you can talk about it like automation, self-checkouts. Some people are very against that, and I wonder why the heck they are against it, because now it means less repetitive work for the cashiers. Yeah, but then the cashiers don't have a job anymore. Well, I haven't noticed less people working at my supermarket. They even keep on looking for people. They need more. So even though it's less work for the cashiers, they still drown in work. I think we got it all. First we're gonna remove the text, then the sketch. Yeah, the cashiers also do the control checks. Whenever I get checked, I always try to make it a little bit funny. Like, hey, how about I pull it up higher so you don't have to bend over that much. And like, oh wow, thank you so much. And I'm like, yeah, I'm saying I'm doing it for you, but I need to get it up anyway because otherwise I can't pack it. But yeah, and they're just doing their job, so let them check me. I don't mind. Some people say, yeah, you're accusing me of stealing. You don't trust me. You want me to do a self-checkout, but you don't trust me to do the self-checkout correctly. Then you should have done it yourself. I'm like, what's your problem? Why make such a fuss out of that? If you really want to be served by someone, then go to a normal register. If you want to talk to the cashier, just do that. The reason I prefer the self-checkout is efficiency. I can keep a closer eye on how much I'm gonna spend, so it's financially easier. I don't have to put it in my cart, get it out of the cart, get it back into the cart, and then get it out again for packing. So it's easier for my bag. It's efficient. Is this the right color? Yes, that's the right color. So it goes fast because I'm scanning it, put it in my basket, go to the self-checkout, bleep, 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 paid, and then I can pack it. Okay, I really wish they would put a packing table away from the self-checkouts, because that's the only thing. I did mention it more than once. Now I'm still hogging a self-checkout because I can't pack it somewhere else. I have to pack it at the pack my stuff at the self-checkout. Just give me a space where I can do it, where I won't be bothering anyone. Another reason why I love the self-checkout, I don't really like the chit-chat with people, and it's awkward, and yeah, just let me be in silence. I'll be on my way. I've been checked, I believe, 3 times by now. I always try to make a joke out of it and make it fun, because they always get enough complaints from other people who feel insulted by the self-checkouts. Once went to another store, did the self-checkout there for the first time, and yep, I got a control over there. So just like you, first time using it and immediately the check. The situation was that it was very crowded and they were clearly understaffed. There was someone literally running left and right, and she was like, I have to check 2 people now. I only have 1 pair of legs and someone's at the service register as well. So we're like, go help the others. We don't mind. We can wait a couple of minutes. And you could just see the relief on her face. Also, hydrate. Yeah, we don't have self-checkouts at our Action. We do probably at other Actions, but not the ones I frequent. Yep. You don't have to let other people wait while you Tetris everything away. I like that expression. And I asked if it is possible to, when you get it, you could put it in your bag straight away. And they're like, yeah, you can. But if you come up for the random check, you just have to get it out again. So that's not really that smart to do. And technically, if you would scan it and put it in your bag, it might come across as if you are trying to steal it. Because how can they be sure you scanned it and put it in your bag? So that's something I do understand. But it's just omitting a whole big step. And there was on the Facebook one of those copy paste this if you feel like this as well. You know, those chain letters. And there were like it was a pretend story, because I'll tell you soon how you know this wasn't a real one. It was someone who's said you want to remove the registers, but you don't trust me, so they check you at the checkout. But I was like, no, you're not gonna do that, and if you want me to do your job, you just have to trust me. And I walked out straight away. And I was like, every self-checkout I've been, and I mean really everyone, well, not the one at the train station, but he said weekly groceries, so I doubt it was the station. You have to cross a bar or a fence. You have to scan your receipt and then put it on. Oh, that head is huge. I'm gonna fix that later. So I doubted that he made a fuss. First of all, if he had made a fuss, as he claimed, loss prevention would have tackled him. Not literally, not figuratively, I'm not sure which one, but they would have stopped him. Like, sir, you have to let us check it, or we'll call the cops. So I doubt it. Second of all, they don't check your receipt after you passed the gate. They do that before. Because you won't get your receipt before it's checked. So this was just, yeah, it was fake. And if you scan it at the end, then of course someone can look along. That's possible. If you have a handheld scanner, the one with the understaffed people, in our case, then we just you don't have to scan that end, but they do random checks. They just have to scan 3 things and see if that's on the receipt. Okay, so this was all the basic coloring. Now I'm gonna fix that head because it's humongous. It's like the biggest head ever. Sometimes you just don't see it if you are this close. Of course, at work there wasn't really much special, except it was insanely hot at work. And of course some people still come for incredibly minor complaints. But as someone once told me, you fight for what's important to you. So they came to the office for something that was important to them. However, they could have done this online easily. So just because they don't want to do it online, they just go through the heat, and it takes way longer than they should have done it themselves. And I'm not talking about old people who don't get it. The most people I get at my work who can't do it and could have done it are people who can't do anything with their phone except when it comes to self-service. Then they just don't get how it works anymore. Right, this is a different art program. That's different combinations. Oops. If I'll do that, things will go too much, so I'll have to do that by hand later on. And I have to do that as well. But that's okay. First I'm gonna make a new layer and add these. I'm gonna make the opacity a bit lower so I can actually see the difference. This one needs to be up here. No, wait, then everything goes wrong again. So you need to go below. Then I need to fix these lines. Where are you? Finish these lines. And I know, by the way, why bosses want more self-service. Because, as they claim, self-service is faster for the people who who need to be helped. They can do it whenever they want, and they don't have a waiting queue. And they always say that means we can do the same work with less people. And each and every time, you need to hire more people anyway. Because people just, they demand service more. And with demand, I don't mean they're being rude about it. I mean that they, they come up for their rights. Because sometimes I'm like, this is your right. Why are you apologizing for contacting us about it? This is your right. So go for it. I need to shade the anos afterwards, by the way. So it's nice that people can find their, what their rights are more easily. And of course you have the people who think they have the right while they don't, but that's what you always have that. And I'm not talking about the Karens, by the way. I deal with a lot of entitled people. Oh boy, this is not good. This is not good. No, don't crash, please. Oh. How much did I lose? Please tell me I still don't have the bloaty head. Phew! Not that much lost. First we're gonna redo those lines. Yeah, this happens, so that's why you need to save often. Yep, restocking the shelves is what people are being hired. At my job, people are being hired because, a lot of people are calling, so the waiting lines are long. We just need more people in the line. Of course, the basic administration also becomes more. Didn't register my stroke that well. Okay. Okay, missed this spot. No. Ay. Save. Usually this happens when something is on the wrong setting. But I don't want to lose it again, so I'm just going to do it by hand. There we go. And done. So people are still hiring a lot, despite self-service. Right, I need to do the shading and then need to do the unknown shades. Let's see. Okay, and the annos. Right, I was grabbing lines. Let's hope it does what it should do now and not get errors. is my soft brush? I shouldn't get distracted by things that happening off screen. Reminds me of that. Not too long ago, I saw on Facebook one of the oldest fake news chain letters. The one that Facebook is going to use your data, and they probably changed it slightly for they're going to use it for AI training, but they're going to use your pictures in promotion. And if you don't want that to happen, all you have to do is post that message on your wall, and then you will opt out of that service thingy. And I'm like, people still believe that? Come on, guys. That was one of the oldest Facebook chain letters, if you want to call it like that. As if people on Facebook are like, let's filter on everyone who copy pasted this message. They have better things to do. Yep, they just changed the date of the article. Well, they didn't even link the article in this instance. They just pretended this is new. No, it's not new. It's super old. Let's make them true ladies and not tinies. And whenever, just when it comes to the conspiracies, just ask them, what do people have to gain of this? Just pretend the moon landing is fake. What would be the gain? They would have pretended they would have had to hire a lot of people. They have to either kill all those people because they can't keep a secret, or they just have to pay a lot of money for everyone to keep their mouths. For control. What kind of control do they want? To keep us dumb sheep. So we believe in the government. Well, I don't really believe in the government, at least but that's because they can't hold it together for 4 years. So that's the problem of our government. But if you have very dumb people, that also means you don't have people in healthcare, like surgeons. You don't have innovation, which means the world will come to a standstill and will return to the Dark Ages. So, oh, hello. Hello for watching as well. Oh yeah, and America did win the space war thanks to what's his face. I don't even know who what's his face is. The chain letters from Facebook are always, at least in my circles, shared by people who are older than me, and I'm ancient. That was his name. But hey, at least those Facebook people let me feel young. And I had at one of my email addresses, we have changed the rules for PayPal. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna read that when I get home. And halfway I was like, wait, my PayPal is not connected to that email address. So this is spam. I would have probably noticed it as soon as I got home and saw the full message and everything, because don't click on everything. But seriously, I like that one. I really like that one. They saved lots of money by filming the moon landing on location. Yeah, they saved really a lot of money on special effects by just doing it on location. I heard that one before and I still like that one. But whenever I met someone who believes in conspiracies, I was like, okay, and what does the government gain from that? Yeah, control. Okay, and what do they gain from the control? No control. Okay, so they gain control. Control over what? Over us. Okay, and what's the end goal then? No, they want to control us. Okay, but why are they trying to control us? What would they gain from? So the rich stay rich. Oh, they don't need control over the people to let the rich stay rich. They are rich. They stay rich. So they don't need to control people for that. And of course, there might be a chance I'm wrong. I'm very wrong. That's also a possibility. I'm not perfect. But to call everything a conspiracy, it's just way too much effort to uphold a conspiracy. Especially the amount of people you will have to kill just for people to keep that secret safe. Just imagine everyone who worked on the moon landings, and let's pretend it is fake. I don't believe it's fake, but let's pretend it's fake. You would have to have the writers. Well, writers, if you want to make it convincing, you need a team for at least 4 people, maybe. And you need the visual effects. Well, you need about 50 people for that because it's not that advanced just yet. Oh, it needs to be a little bit smaller still. You need the actors. You need people who take care of the actors. So let's say at the absolute minimum, you'd need about 500 people. All those 500 people need to be able to keep their mouth shut to anyone, including their loved ones and families, and they're gone for a long time. You need, by the way, hotels for people to sleep or build something where they can sleep. And if they can't keep their mouth shut, you you need to kill them. So a lot of people would have fallen out of windows. So that's my one of my reasonings when I hear about conspiracy theory. What would people gain from it? And it would just be too much hassle. Conspiracy theories were created by the big government to placate the masses. Huh. Actually, that might even be more legit. But it breaks my mind. It's way too hot for that. Noah actually sent a drone when he wanted to know if the flood was finished. Yep, absolutely. Noah did that. No pigeons, because pigeons are government robots. So wait, he did send he sent a bird. And birds are government robots. So Noah sent a government robot to check if the flood was gone. But the flood was fake because that was what the government wanted you to think. So he sent out a drone to ask the government if it was okay to return or if the experiment had ended. And then he got a message basically like, yes, it's good, you can come. And that's how he found land. How's that conspiracy theory? Yeah, I'm getting in my chat a lot of conspiracy theories right now, and really, they put a retro reflector on the moon, so if you have a powerful laser, you know where to aim, the laser beam will come back. Sure. Why would they do that? Why would they place a huge reflector on the moon? Oh, that's a bit weird with the tail of that balloon, but first we're gonna save. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Isn't The Dark Side of the Moon also the name of a music album? Oh wait, I misunderstood the retro reflector. That wasn't a conspiracy. That was true. Which is, by the way, amazing. They have a reflector on the moon? I know you say it's because to measure the exact distance to the moon, but seriously, the moon isn't that far away at all. Yeah, it is far away. It's not like you can swim to it, but is it possible for a normal person to have a laser strong enough? The moon isn't as far away as China because I can see the moon from my house. Oh, you can't type anymore? I can't talk anymore. Hydrate! I'm already halfway in my bottle. Right, I was gonna fix the tail. There we go. I will check that link later. Okay. Everyone is who's always checking the text is in the chat, so feel free to text check. Already had one. Everything is okay. Oh, only 10,000 times stronger. You know, we get everything from our big friends in China. Maybe they have a laser strong enough. And I could get points for it, so I can gather those points for coupons for books, because I like books. And that's the second check done. And while I'm waiting the final check, I'm gonna... So apparently I need a 50-watt laser. Let's see, 50-watt laser. Well, I even find a 70 watts fiber laser cutter. Of course, you always wonder if it's actually what they're saying on the tin. So, and thank you for all the text checks. And I'm gonna send this one to someone if this is actually something laser. Oh, 50 kilowatts instead of 50 watts. Okay, everyone was happy with the comic. Now we're gonna do the... First we're gonna get you in here, and then we're gonna get the banner. Well, the advertisement says 17 watts, but I guess that's not what. What? What? I don't understand watts at all. Seriously, I don't understand. When it comes to electricity, I don't know anything about that. Calculations way over my bed. Huh. What a surprise. The bot has been removed from Twitch. Okay. I can, of course, just make this bigger. And then remove the text over here. Oh, when it comes to electricity, I get explained it about twice a month, and I just don't get it, and I don't understand it. That's why I often ask, is this a lot? Is this a big power bank? Is this... Can I put my washing machine on this? Something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the introduction text. New screen. Where are you? Whoa, this is a big. Why is this so big? This is even the wrong one. Why do I have a wrong thing on my screen computer? I should only have good things. Okay, date 12. It's a bit long, but what do we think of this? Yep. I was sent back to make a parcel label, and then it turned out that their website was down, so I couldn't make a uh, parcel thing, parcel stamp. I just used the word and I'm completely blanking on it. Package label. Yes, that was it. And it's they call it a pakket zegel, not a pakket label, because a label isn't paid for. Een zegel wel. Shipping label. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you. Short-term memory. Possible canvas purchase. Are you talking about the curtain? I'll sign in Facebook to send you the estimated costs, and then you can see if that's something you want, because it's not very nice to put that in chat. Okay, why did the color suddenly change of one of the people? That's weird. It was darker red when we began the conversation. Yep, and well, at least this canvas is something you can fold. So technically we could ship it a lot easier, but if you're coming by, that's a lot cheaper for everyone. Ooh, I'm getting a parcel. Sorry, I have to check this, because if this is the parcel I think it is, I might hear someone cheer very soon. So I need to check it, triple check it, double check it. It's signing in at the moment. Triple checking it. You may commence the cheering. I'm not hearing any cheering just yet. But tomorrow in the afternoon. I hear a very soft woo. That was adorable. Okay, so sending will be done offline because that's not something interesting for you guys. So first, I'm gonna try something a theory of last time because I have a moment. It's hot, so we're going to my 3D print project again. And I'm going to return with the star signs because I had issues with that one. And it's quite a shame that the package is going to be delivered tomorrow. And the reason why that's a shame is because the person who this is for is going to be home late. Teehee. Okay, we're going to try something now. Because we have this most adorable image. And I'm going to try with light yellow. Because it didn't do the eyes depth quite right. So hence why I'm going to try something else. And I need a color that isn't too close. So let's first try this. Okay, so I need to open the site. That helps me convert my 2D to 3D. And need to have this one. Probably gonna have the wrong type. Always have the wrong type. But it doesn't seem to be doing anything different anyway, so but let's redo it. And it's a shame I can't show this because then you see a lot of private information. Unless, of course, first of all, we're gonna set it on white. And there's so many advertisements on this page, but it doesn't work if you have your ad blocker in. Okay, so so the yellow is being seen as transparent right now. I need my OBS. I'm going to create a bar. How big is my screen? There we go. And we're going to make this white. No, wait, everything is gray, dark, so let's make this gray. And toot. Now we're just gonna save it like this. Yes, it's just a page bar, whatever. Then I'm going back to OBS and I'm going to add a resource. Image bar privacy. Image file. Probably gonna need to move it later on, but this is just a test. There we go. Of course, this is huge, so you won't see a thing just yet. There we go. And then I need to... Where is my... You need to be lower. Okay, so this should be privacy. There we go. Let's check it if this is good enough. Yep. This way I can show you what I'm doing without privacy compromisation, whatever. Anyway, as you can see, this is transparent. This is a cookie cutter. So this is not what I'm looking for. This means I need to make this less bright. There we go. And this needs to be brighter. Even more brighter. Because it shouldn't see it as the same color. This is usually the issue. So this is me trying to fix it to make it workable. And otherwise I just can't fix it. That is an option. Okay, so we have 2 layers and it just doesn't see the eyes at all. And of course this is just, it does it exactly the same layer, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have the same settings as always. Merge similar colors. Let's do 10. Just gonna try it. I have no idea what it does. You just have to keep on re-uploading it. It doesn't do... I don't even know what 30 does. I merged several colors. Higher number is anti-aliasing. Okay, that's even worse. That's cookie cutter again. So first we're gonna do this and do it on auto. So at least have this. But I want to see if I can get the eyes on a different layer. It's not like this is a similar color. At least not in my book. I am starting to have a feeling I cannot fix this. Which would be a shame, but I'm not defeated just yet. There it is. Nope. It just doesn't want to do it. I had a theory. I thought about it. And it just doesn't work. I forgot it doesn't do noses. It's still a cute image. I mean, and when you import it and you don't do it as deep, then it's nice as well. Sides are nice. You might need to do the back. a little bit with an iron, for example. So this is something I just can't fix. I'm gonna try that suggestion, but I sincerely doubt that's gonna change anything. But at least I want to say I did everything. I do wonder. Just gonna try something. Just something trying. Yeah, you'd say this is enough contrast. Well, maybe. I'm just thinking. Maybe. I'm just gonna try it. Mm-hmm. I sincerely doubt it, but let's try it just so I can say I did everything. Because technically I never worked with grayscale before in this situation. It's from grayscale to grayscale now. Nope, not even in grayscale is working. So it's not something I can fix. At least I tried. No, don't need this now. So this was a failure. But at least what we're gonna do is switch this. No, but we're gonna open Aquarius. There we go. And now I need, where is my picture for this? Because I'm probably gonna move it one day, so then at least I have the bar over there. Where did I get I didn't save it on my computer. I saved it in here. Okay, I wonder if you all can guess what the new character is going to be. Or not to be. It's quite standard, I know. First of all, we're going to do it like this. Then we're going to do like, oh, not like that. There we go. No. Why you do that? And then I need to, there we go. And yes, indeed, it's Aries. Why did it not crop? Let's see if I need to make it bigger. Yes, it can still be bigger. Slightly bigger. There we go. And back to normal. And Aries is the third. Later on I decided to draw more chronologically. But I'm gonna keep it like this. Just removing for file size. So that's the second star sign, and I think it's slightly out of balance. Let's see if it's just wonder why it doesn't want to crop. Did it crop out now? Usually it crops when I do it like this, so I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong. Crop, deselect, crop, inverted, expand, shrink, delete, crop. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. Well, then I'm just gonna do it like this. And then I'm gonna remove this. Of course. And then I'm gonna do it like this. You're not seeing what I'm doing because that's the second layer, but that's okay. This layer is now small. And this layer is now also small. Okay, so the reason why it's off balance is because of the skirt. So first of all, we're going to duplicate it so I can change it. And her upper body is slightly misaligned. So I'm just going to move it slightly. That already works a lot. That arm is slightly too long. Just slightly, ever so slightly. But now the hand is too small, so the hand needs to be bigger again. It's just a sketch that I made, so sketches have mistakes. Sketches are imperfect. Now I must keep in mind that the bottom needs to be more or less straight, and of course you can make it more straight if you put it on a heating iron just to make it a bit more flat, which is easier if you just oh wait, it's airy, so I need to do red. Okay, now remove this keyboard. I did notice my chibi style has changed throughout this project. And people can decide for themselves if they like that or not. just to send us confirmation, and then we'll talk about it later because I'm at stream right now. I need to get a little bit closer. But if I don't make the bottom flat, you can also create this into a keychain for the people who like keychains. My screen is super hot, by the way. I know that's a game as well, but in this case, my screen is just super hot. Still gonna draw the nose, even though it doesn't want to take it. And if people don't like the open mouth, that's fine. It's something you can easily remove. Save, because this program crashed for the first time. And I lost my work. Is this balanced? That's slightly too high. And if people don't want to turn this into an Aries, those horns can easily be seen as ears or as buns. So it's you don't have to follow my ID. This needs to be a bit bigger if the printer wants to be able to print it. Yep, you can see the twin tails as well. And is pieces, by the way, in my upcoming list here, by the way. There's Miku, Nezuko, Shampoo, Sailor Moon, Manaka Blade, Penny, Alai, Oceana. Oh, no, just Oceana. So you know what that kind of character is gonna be. So that's the ones that are my priority list. But I did already draw all the star signs. I'm technically working on 12 characters for not the coming year, but the year after. So I already have a lot of things drawn. Not everything and not in order. I'm just drawing what I want to draw at the moment. This is way too big. They're starting to overheat again. And I know my privacy bar is still on, by the way. But if you don't like the design of one star sign but you like another, then just mix and match. I don't mind. And of course, every color I'm gonna paint is going to be my suggestion. That doesn't mean it has to be your idea. Feel free, go creative. I'm not gonna check it. I'm not gonna find anyone. I'm not gonna find anyone who does it. So Ay. Now the tricky part. The big huge dress. And you want to have clean lines, so you need to zoom out, but then your line art is going to be less. Okay, this one goes nicely. Save and hydrate. First, what I'm gonna do is line down. This needs to be about here. And I'm gonna try something. This is too low. First of all, I want it the other way around because I'm like that. And this just needs a slight okay, and straight back up and zoom out. How about I do the back of the hair as well? It's just very weird that the first images I converted all had wonderful layers. And now that I'm doing the mass, then it suddenly just doesn't work anymore. This needs to be a bit lower. Okay. Eyes. Needs to be a different layer. Are these eyes pretty even? No, they're not. Absolutely not. It has a flatter base. And this one is a bit too long, slightly too long. Now I'm going to try something. That doesn't work, of course not. I believe that's all. That's the wrong one. Select with invert. Oh, Control Shift E. Well, that's the same anyway. No, this is not working. How about I put you as a reference layer? Maybe that works then. There we go. Control Shift E. put it a bit more in the main screen. And of course, if you don't like these gemstones, you can paste actual gemstones on. I just don't like this line. I'm gonna fix this line. Okay, now we're gonna PNG it. And let's see if it works. Convert another. And I didn't download it because I already downloaded the file last time. Here's the PNG. Convert. Thing is, what I don't like about this is that you just can't see it. What's this? What does this do? Rotate left, right. I don't want. I would just want to move it. Full screen. See, it's the eyes. It's just another mouth. Also, the mouth isn't doing correctly. It's too thin up here. They can. It doesn't see it as a different thing. So that makes it for a very weird lip, I guess. You can go. I don't need you anymore. That's why you always check it. And of course, with the test print, something else might not work well either. So, but first we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do it lower. And let's see if this works. It's often trial and error. Unless you get very smart and do it daily, then probably you know what you're doing. And currently, I don't know what I'm doing. Mouth is better now. And this line over here doesn't show either. So that's too small, but this makes the hair look a bit weird. So let's see. First of all, I'm gonna remove this. Gonna probably need to remove some part for the background as well. Pulling it up. And removing this. I shouldn't forget to save this. Let's save it as a Clip Studio Paint format file as well. That's the wrong one. This is the one I need. Because it does take this symbol. Doesn't do the tiara, crown, whatever that well, but that was to be expected. It's just too tiny. I could make it wider, but then it just blends in with bangs. Okay, this does part of the hair is now part of the arm. That's not good, not good. Does mean it's working what I'm doing, but it just needs to go higher. This is too low. Because this is bigger than 10 pixels, isn't it? Yeah, it's bigger than 10 pixels. Usually it does that. It's saving, shaving, saving, shaving. No, I want this piece to be open. Probably gonna need to raise it a lot higher. I'm probably almost there, by the way, so I'm not that worried. It just takes a while. It's just fine-tuning at the moment. There we go. See, now you have a little hole over here. Let's download it. Then, of course, first we're gonna unzip it. Downloads. Where's my downloads? This can be removed. This can be removed. This can go to my star signs 3D files. And extract here. Yes, it's non-commercial. I mean, technically it is, but considering the amount of money I'm gonna make for it, it might as well be home. This is an older version of Cura, but it's just a way for me to test it. There you have her. Quite a big dress, by the way. Maybe a bit too big, but then you have a lot of space for decorations. Technically, you could make a shaker out of this if you would want it. I don't have the patience for shakers, so first of all, I recommend a height of... No, the height is something I don't change. It's usually this one goes to max. Oh no, not 10, 3 millimeters. Oh, this is usually the size I recommend. I'm gonna see what size of characters, but I usually think they're about, well, there are 10. This is 10 millimeter, 10 100 millimeter technically, so I usually do about 10 centimeters, so technically this is the right height. I do like fancy poofy dresses, by the way, so yes. So if you would 3D print this at 3 millimeters height, so I recommend between 3 and 5 millimeters, whatever you want to do with it and what you prefer. If you want to put make a standee of it, just melt a little bit to make it flatter. Of course, that means you miss a tiny bit at the bottom of the dress, but it would be more flat. So this would take about 2 hours to print, more or less, if you do super quality. And of course, I have because I have the other things here as well. Minus U, extract here. Skip file. I don't want to overwrite what I already unzipped. Yes, it's still non-commercial use. It's still currently not making any money out of it, so it's still non-commercial. That means I have all the zip files unzipped. So if I have the bottom, the standee, oh, it's way outside. Oh. I keep on messing up which one I should use. Usually I do this at 5. Wait, it's still 3 millimeters. No, wait. First, we're gonna do this at 100%. Uniform scaling. We usually do 50 millimeters, and then 3 millimeters high. But that might be too small for this. Technically, it should be enough because it's just standing on top of it. And then it would just overlap. So technically, it should be enough. But I'm more used to non-poofy dresses, so this is just figuring out. And if you want to make it bigger, you just make it bigger. You don't have to make it this size because I like to do that. Of course, when I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna involve glitter because I have a lot of glitter. So if we would slice this both, and if you would print it at the same time, I prefer to do it separately. Because then you have, if something goes wrong, you don't have both projects ruined. Well, I can say I have enough glitter. If I think I have enough glitter, then I really have enough glitter. This would take about 3.5 hours to print this. Painting it, of course, takes a lot more. First, you have to sand it and fill holes wherever. You have to prime it, and then you have to paint it. You can either use varnish or you can use resin to fill in to save it. So there's still plenty of things to do. But still, this takes about 3.5 hours. That's quite small for a printing project. At least I think, anyway. So, well, at least I did another character. So I'm gonna fill it in my list that one is finished. For those who are interested, because you can do, of course, a lot more characters. This is Aries. So I'm just gonna see whatever I'm gonna need first, and it's still September. I mean, I still have to finish our Christmas card. It's probably gonna. Let's see when I can finish my Christmas card. I need to pull out a sweater out of our closet for that. It's not the most special Christmas card. It's a funny one. I mean, I made, well, prettier cards, but this is just gonna be a fun one. So this is what I achieved today. Did a penny comic. Did some experimentation to see if I can fix the things with the eyes. Answer, nope. And finished one of the standees. First week of the month is my own character. Second week is a freebie. Third week is gonna be a star sign. Fourth week is gonna be whatever, but it's paid. And if we do have a fifth week for whatever, I'm just gonna see how I'm gonna fill it, because February has 4 weeks. I'm just gonna do it every Monday, and at the end of the year, perhaps I find out I have space for one new character left or whatever. So this is what I'm keeping myself busy with. Gonna prepare it for online, and I'll be seeing you next week. Cleanup of my Marker Studio is well, I think I moved the last big parts downstairs. So now I'm moving up all the things that need to go upstairs, which I need to sort later. So I still have plenty to do. So I'll be seeing you next time. Let's see if I can bow again. So I'll be seeing you. Bye bye.